I-update ko kayo ng pag-atake ng Amerika sa tatlong nuclear facilities ng Iran. Durog na po yung nuclear facilities ng Iran. Ito yung situation ng B-2 bomber. Yung UN chief nag-react na rin po. Sabi dito, US strikes on Iran are dangerous escalation daw. Amerika, yan ang malinaw na mensahe, mga kababayan. In just minutes, naisagawa yung misyon, mga kababayan ng Amerika. Nadurugin ang lahat ng nuclear facilities. Yung tatlo na major nuclear. Wala pang katapat ang Amerika in terms of military power.
Nagbabagang mga balita at pagtalakay sa mga isyu ng lipunan. Pulsa, opinyon, banat at paglalantad sa katotohanan. Pulsa, what you see is what you get. You decide.
Ito po mga kababayan, si Dante Maravillas. I-update ko kayo ng pag-atake ng Amerika sa tatlong nuclear facilities ng Iran. Durog na po yung nuclear facilities ng Iran. Ito yung situation, mga kababayan, nang ipag-utos ng US President Donald Trump yung pag-atake sa Iran, Iranian nuclear sites. Ito yung sa situation room ng Washington. Ito yung pag-take off ng B-2 bomber. Yung UN chief nag-react na rin po. Sabi dito, US strikes on Iran are dangerous escalation daw. So sabi dito sa report, UN Secretary General Antonio Guterres voiced concern Saturday at strikes carried out by the United States on Iran nuclear sites, calling them a dangerous escalation in a region already on the edge. At this perilous hour, it is critical to avoid a spiral of chaos, sabi po ni Guterres sa kanyang statement. There is no military solution. The only path forward is diplomacy. The only hope is peace. So kontra yung United Nations sa naging aksyon, mga kababayan ni US President Donald Trump, itapos na po. Durog na yung nuclear facilities ng Iran. Ito yung full address, mga kababayan, ni Donald Trump. Address to the nation.
Thank you very much. A short time ago, the U.S. military carried out massive precision strikes on the three key nuclear facilities in the Iranian regime, Fordow, Natanz, and Esfahan. Everybody heard those names for years as they built this horribly destructive enterprise. Our objective was the destruction of Iran's nuclear enrichment capacity and a stop to the nuclear threat posed by the world's #1 state sponsor of terror. Tonight, I can report to the world that the strikes were a spectacular military success. Iran's key nuclear enrichment facilities have been completely and totally obliterated. Iran, the bully of the Middle East, must now make peace. If they do not, future attacks will be far greater and a lot easier. For 40 years, Iran has been saying death to America, death to Israel. They have been killing our people, blowing off their arms, blowing off their legs with roadside bombs. That was their specialty. We lost over 1,000 people, and hundreds of thousands throughout the Middle East and around the world have died as a direct result of their hate. In particular, so many were killed by their general, Qasem Soleimani. I decided a long time ago that I would not let this happen. It will not continue. I want to thank and congratulate Prime Minister Bibi Netanyahu. We worked as a team like perhaps no team has ever worked before. And we've gone a long way to erasing this horrible threat to Israel. I want to thank the Israeli military for the wonderful job they've done. And most importantly, I want to congratulate the great American patriots who flew those magnificent machines tonight and all of the United States military on an operation the likes of which the world has not seen in many, many decades. Hopefully, we will no longer need their services in this capacity. I hope that's so. I also want to congratulate the chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff, General Dan Raisin-Kane, spectacular general, and all of the brilliant military minds involved in this attack. With all of that being said, this cannot continue. There will be either peace or there will be tragedy for Iran far greater than we have witnessed over the last 8 days. Remember, there are many targets left. Tonight's was the most difficult of them all, by far, and perhaps the most lethal. But if peace does not come quickly, we will go after those other targets with precision, speed, and skill. Most of them can be taken out in a matter of minutes. There's no military in the world that could have done what we did tonight, not even close. There has never been a military that could do what took place just a little while ago. Tomorrow, General Kane, Secretary of Defense, Pete Hegseth will have a press conference at 8 a.m. at the Pentagon. And I want to just thank everybody, and in particular, God. I want to just say we love you, God, and we love our great military. Protect them. God bless the Middle East. God bless Israel, and God bless America. Thank you very much. Thank you.
So malinaw ang mensahe mga kababayan ni Trump kay Ali Khamenei. Pwede niyang piliin yung peace or further tragedy sa kanyang bansa. So yun ang pagbabanta mga kababayan. Warning ni Trump kung saan una nagbigay siya ng plaso for 2 weeks. Kailangan sumurrender siya. Pag hindi siya sumurrender, hindi na inabot nga yung 2 weeks. Bubombahin ng Amerika. Papasok yung Amerika sa gira. Ito na nga po, binomba po yung 3 na mga nuclear sites, nuclear facilities ng Iran. At ang parinig ni Trump sa mga allies ng Iran tulad ng Russia, hindi man niya binanggit po, tapos China, na wala niyang iba na military might sa mundo ng tulad na Amerika. Yan ang malinaw na mensahe mga kababayan. In just minutes, naisagawa yung misyon mga kababayan ng Amerika. Nadurugin ang lahat ng nuclear facilities, yung 3 major nuclear facilities ng Iran. Madaling sabi, pinapaunawa niya sa mga aliado ng Iran na wala pang katapat ang Amerika in terms of military power, military might. Wala niyang makakagawa niyan, kundi kami lang. Yan ang malinaw na mensahe ni Donald Trump. Ulitin natin yun sinabi, mga kababayan, for emphasis ni Donald Trump.
Tonight's was the most difficult of them all, by far, and perhaps the most lethal. But if peace does not come quickly, we will go after those other targets with precision, speed, and skill. Most of them can be taken out in a matter of minutes. There's no military in the world that could have done what we did tonight. Not even close. There has never been a military that could do what took place just a little while ago.
Malinaw po, not even close daw. So tama po yung ating alliance. Kaya mga sinasabi po ni Robin Padilla na dapat dumistansya tayo sa Amerika. Huwag kayong naniniwala po. Alangan man maniwala tayo kay Robin Padilla kaysa kay US President Donald Trump. And sa ginawa ngayon ng Amerika, magdadalawang isip na yung China, yung Russia, kung sasali sila. Pero tingnan natin kasi tahimik pa. Bago pa lang mga kababayan itong ginawang airstrike ng Amerika, displaying the military might ng US to the nations of the world, especially China and Russia. O ngayon, nagsalita na rin po si Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu after na umatake yung Amerika sa Iran.
The nation, we go back to Trey Yangst. He is in Israel tonight. I would expect as we head into dawn that Prime Minister Netanyahu will be addressing his nation probably in the early morning hours.
Yeah, Sean, absolutely. We're witnessing a historic moment in the Middle East right now that has a real chance to change the status quo for the region. And Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu has just released his first remarks following the American strikes against Iranian nuclear facilities. He says tonight President Trump and the U.S. acted with a lot of strength. President Trump, I thank you. The people of Israel, thank you. He goes on to talk about the close coordination between the Americans and the Israelis. But we just heard from President Trump there speaking at the White House, and he made clear what he has effectively done, Sean, is taken away Iran's leverage in any sort of conversations moving forward. Because remember, Iran had two key levers to pull. They had their ballistic missile program that has been largely decimated by Israeli strikes, and they had their nuclear program that has been largely decimated by American strikes. And tonight the region is in a new place. There is a new path forward, and President Trump is giving the Iranians yet another chance to step back from what would be more American strikes and Israeli strikes targeting what's left of IRGC leadership and what's left of the political leadership inside Iran. Now, I spoke tonight with an Israeli security source asking what the mood was like in the security echelon here in Israel. That source said everyone is just repeating, God bless America, God bless President Trump. They described this as euphoria and historic for these officials, saying there is a sense of relief. Remember, the Israelis largely considered Iran as the big war that they would face. The past 9 days have been incredibly difficult for the Israeli people as they've come under ballistic missile fire following the launch of this Israeli operation against those nuclear sites and against top nuclear scientists inside of Iran. But tonight the region has changed. The nuclear sites have been largely destroyed, according to President Trump. There still is a minor threat of ballistic missile fire, but we understand that tonight Israel remains on high alert. They are entering into a new state of emergency, changing the Homefront Command guidelines for the civilian population here of more than 9 million people, trying to limit public gatherings tomorrow, canceling workplaces and schools, understanding that Iran may decide to respond. But again, the latest information, Sean, that we have here tonight, Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu reacting to these American strikes that targeted Iranian nuclear facilities, Isfahan, Natanz, and Fordow, the places that the Iranians were enriching uranium, trying to get closer to weapons-grade material that they would then use in a nuclear bomb. President Trump announcing tonight from the White House those sites have been destroyed, and Iran no longer has the leverage that they had just 24 hours ago going into any future conversations with the Americans or the Europeans across the world. Sean?
Ano mga B-2 bombers na ginamit mga kababayan? Yan yung mga binumba. Fordo, Natanz, Isfahan. So yan yung ginamit pong eroplano sa pambobomba. So wala pang response, wala pang sinasabi mga kababayan, yung Supreme Leader ng Iran, si Ali Khamenei. Hintayin natin mga kababayan kung ano yung mga masasabi niya after na bombahin ng Amerika, mga kababayan, yung tatlong mga nuclear facilities. So, breaking news ngayon kasi mga kababayan, ibigay ko na ito sa inyo. In-announce ngayon po ni US President Donald Trump ang kanilang pambubumba, airstrikes sa mga nuclear facilities ng Iran. So, hindi na umabot sa 2 weeks. 2 days lang po yata. 2 days after na bigyan niya ng deadline to surrender si Iranian Supreme Leader Ali Khamenei. Ngayon, sinagawa na ng Amerika yung airstrike. Yan po yung report ng Jerusalem Post. Trump confirms airstrikes on Iranian nuclear sites. Sabi dito sa balita, in a historic moment, the United States has joined Israel in decisive strikes against Iran's nuclear and terror infrastructure following Israel's bold lead on June 13. This united front sends a powerful message. The free world will not allow the Iranian regime to obtain nuclear weapons. The United States and Israel now stand as one, resolute in the fight against terror, unwavering in the defense of global peace and freedom. Ito yung post mga kababayan ni Donald Trump sa kanyang social media Truth. May sarili siyang social media na tulad ng X or Twitter. Sabi niya, we have completed our very successful attack on the 3 nuclear sites in Iran, including Fordo, Natanz, and Isfahan. All planes are now outside of Iran airspace. A full payload of bombs was dropped on the primary site, Fordo, All planes are safely on their way home. Congratulations to our great American warriors. There is not another military in the world that could have done this. Now is the time for peace. Thank you for your attention to this matter, sabi po ni Trump. Trump also added that he will give a public address on the White House regarding our very successful military operation in Iran at 10 p.m., adding that this is a historic moment for the United States, Israel, and the world. Sabi niya, Iran must now agree to end this war. Trump expressed hope that the strikes would push the Iranian regime into negotiation and does not currently plan additional U.S. actions inside, sabi po niya. U.S. Air Force B-2 stealth bombers were involved in the strikes, sabi po ng isang US official. At saka, nag-retweet pa si Trump sa kanyang social media post, an open source intelligence analyst claiming that Fordo is gone. Additionally, the US reached out to Iran to say that it would not plan regime change efforts. Sabi naman po sa report ng CBS. Then, kinonfirm naman po mga kababayan ng Iran's Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps na sa paniwala nila, the strikes were conducted at around 2:30 a.m. in Iran. O ganyan po yung eroplanong ginamit sa pambobomba. So itong B-2 stealth bombers are the only aircraft capable of carrying and deploying the GBU-57A B Massive Ordnance Penetrator or the MOP, commonly nicknamed the mother of all bombs. The 30,000-pound precision-guided bunker-busting bomb designed specifically to destroy hardened and deeply buried targets. It is believed that these bombs are required to fully destroy Iran's nuclear facilities deep underground, lalo na doon sa Fordo. So this is a developing story mga kababayan ngayon, kung saan sinabi po ni Trump na very successful yung sinagawang airstrike sa 3 nuclear sites sa Iran po. O, tingnan natin kung ano yung magiging response ng China sa Russia. Yun ang kinatatakutan po. Kasi yung Russia at saka China, kampi po sa Iran. Pakinggan natin yung breaking news from Fox News.
This is a Fox News alert. News from the President of the United States that there has been an attack inside Iran. Just moments ago, President Donald Trump putting out on Truth Social, we have completed our very successful attack on 3 nuclear sites in Iran, including Fordo, Natanz, and Esfahan. All planes are now outside of Iran airspace. Again, this from President Donald Trump. A full payload of bombs was dropped on the primary site, Fordo. All planes are safely on their way home. Congratulations to our great American warriors. There is not another military in the world that could have done this. Now is the time for peace. Thank you for your attention to this matter. Again, that's just seconds ago from President Donald Trump on Truth Social, suggesting that those B-2 bombers that perhaps were on the way may have been behind this. We'll get more details on these 3 sites that the president said has been attacked inside Iran. This comes after days of negotiations to try to get Iran to the negotiating table. The President of the United States saying it would have to be unconditional surrender, saying enrichment would have to stop. We heard from negotiations in Europe that that was not being accepted by the Iranians, that they would not stop enriching uranium. There was a thought that this could go as long as 2 weeks, as the president said he would decide within 2 weeks. However, 2 days is within 2 weeks. And now word from President Donald Trump that these attacks have happened. Again, interesting that 3 sites have been struck by U.S. bombers. And this, again, we'll get more information about the exact targets and what bombs were used. We expect that the GBU-57, the bunker buster, the massive penetrator bomb, may have been one of those used. Fordo is a nuclear facility inside Iran that is roughly a half-mile deep underneath a rock mountain-like facility that has been said to be the site of a lot of the enrichment capability. Esfahan, believed to be a storage facility for enriched uranium, and Natanz, another part of the nuclear facilities. They have several throughout Iran. It has been long described as a very difficult and tedious effort to go after these nuclear sites, but the U.S. for the first time launching an attack inside Iran. Again, the President of the United States saying all of the planes are out of Iranian airspace. The bombings do continue by the Israelis inside Iran as this back and forth volley between Israel and Iran has continued for some 2 weeks. We expect to hear more about this operation, not only from the Pentagon, but perhaps from the White House, although the White House this evening has called a lid as far as meaning no one will talk after that. That may be changing now. Obviously, we have this Truth Social post from President Donald Trump.
Ayan po yung Isfahan Nuclear Facility. Satellite photo po. Durog na durog, mga kababayan. Ito yung nuclear site na tinarget nung hindi pa nasisira. Fordo facility, nuclear facility. Durog na rin siya ngayon, mga kababayan. Ayan po. Fordo nuclear facility, Natanz. Ito yung mga tinarget. Isfahan. So, 3, mga kababayan, na nuclear facility. Sabay-sabay ito na binumba ng Amerika ngayon lang po, para alam ninyo kung saan siya based sa map ng Iran, mga kababayan. So ito siya, yung Isfahan Nuclear Facility. Diyan sa may bundok, mga kababayan. So si Donald Trump maya-maya may live address siya. So naka-standby yung mga major news organization para sa live address ni US President Donald Trump. So, abangan po natin, mga kababayan, yung mga reactions ng mga allied countries ng Iran at mismong yung Iran, mga kababayan, with this action ng Amerika. Kasi yung pinangangambahan na baka sumali na rin yung China at saka Russia. Yan ang mga pinangangambahan, mga kababayan. Tingnan natin. Pero sabi ng ibang mga analyst, malabuan niyang makisali. Kasi pag ganyan, baka World War III na yan, magkakampi-kampihan na po. Yan ang nakakatakot. So we pray na sana, after na bombahin ng Amerika yung mga nuclear facilities ng Iran, finally sumurrender na itong si Ali Khamenei para matahimik na po ang Middle East and the rest of the world. Ngayon, siyempre, tuwang-tuwa yung mga mamamayan ng Israel. Pakinggan natin itong report. Sabi rito, historic night, the Israelis are ecstatic. Tuwang-tuwa sila. Celebration. Nag-celebrate yung mga Israelis dahil sa ginawang airstrike sa nuclear facilities ng Iran na ginawa po ng Amerika. Pakinggan natin ang report ng Fox News. Ngayon lang po ito. Yung pinaka-latest po, 8 minutes ago. Dali lang po.
I did have a conversation when you were breaking news live right here on Fox. I got some details as, again, you got on the air immediately, and the fact we had initially discussed at length and in great detail the issue of maybe 2 bunker buster bombs being needed for this Fordo facility. It ends up 6. It ends up
anim yung ginamit imbis na dalawa.
75% of the other 2 nuclear sites that they had been attacking on a regular basis, and Tomahawk missiles, the president reporting tonight, they were totally, all 3 of them, obliterated. Incredible news. There's history tonight here.
Yeah, Sean, it's a historic night. It is. We'll see what the battle damage assessment is on the ground from Iran, but the Israelis are ecstatic. You saw that in the Prime Minister's statement, saying that this is a pivot point, he believes, for the Middle East. The fact that there were 6 bunker buster bombs from those B-2s, 30 Tomahawk missiles from the U.S. submarines,
na bunker buster
the Isfahan
bombs.
site, the Natanz site, and Fordo. We talk a lot about Fordo being the most protected, and that's where a lot of those bunker busters were focused. But the Isfahan site, believe it or not, is also really deep, I'm told from experts who have been looking at it for years, and that's where they stored the highly enriched uranium. I think there's going to be a real question about what goes forward, what happens next. I've been in contact with some of our allies, leaders in the region and other countries in the region, and one said this to me: Iran will have to respond. They have to save face. Their capabilities have been degraded, but they're not impotent. That's important to realize, that while the president is saying that this is a tremendous success and he believes they have been completely obliterated, the history will show that the Iran leadership will not go down without swinging. What that swing
Brett,
looks like,
I can add some
you've seen the
color to
missiles.
that.
Yeah, go ahead.
No one could argue, I think, by any objective measure that this phase of this operation was a complete success.
Pag gumanti yung Iran po, wala pang announcement yung Iranian Supreme Leader. Pag gumanti, may banta si Trump, babalikan sila. At baka yung unang sinabi ni Trump, kinontra, yung una kasi nag-suggest niyan si Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu to eliminate, hindi po on the table po, yung possible pag-eliminate or pagpatay mismo tulad ng mga sundalo in nuclear scientists na una nang in-eliminate na Israel. Kasama sa target po mismong si Ali Khamenei. Kaya lang kinontra muna, at least for now niya, sabi ni Trump. So baka yun ang ang mangyari. Totally, hindi lang yung nuclear facility ang i-obliterate ni Trump. Mismo na mga kababayan si Ali Khamenei. So yan ang danger. Nagbanta na po si Trump sa kanyang message kanina. Balikan natin yung developments dito sa report na Fox News.
But there is a part two, and they did game out all of this. And as you and I both know, there have been many, many meetings where these plans have been discussed in great detail. And part two of this, though, is to protect American assets on the ground in the region. And that means people, and that means specific locations. They are prepared for any retaliation. And the president was very clear, unambiguous in his statement again tonight to the Iranians what the consequences will be if they in fact try to retaliate.
Yeah, and I think that that's really important.
Pag
because in the
gumanti
region,
sila,
as you and I know, strength matters, and that's what talks.
seryoso ang
over there.
konsekwensya sa kanila.
Peace through strength, but strength first. And I think that that's the signal the president was sending. If any U.S. citizen, any U.S. base, any U.S. facility comes under Iranian attack, all bets are off as far as this being a limited type of strike. And you're right, they have a lot of plans going forward if that's the case. One of the questions is, what does the opposition on the ground look like? How does this all develop? That's not something that I've heard that the U.S. is really focused on. Regime change, while it may be tangential, is for the Iranians to decide, much like the president delivered that speech, Sean, in Saudi Arabia, which he said, we don't want you to be our image. We want you to be your own countries, but we want to do deals with you, and we want to change the face of the Middle East and how it operates.
But I think you are very wise in cautioning people, and I did this all week, and remind people that there's no such thing as a military operation that does not have great risk associated with it. At the end of the president's statement tonight, it was striking when he did thank God for the safety and the safe return of our troops and just being appreciative that it was successful. There's always risk associated with it. There's always risk of retaliation. But there is no doubt tonight the Iranians no longer are a nuclear power. There is no doubt we can say tonight that the world, I think you can say unequivocally, is a safer place. It doesn't mean they still don't have their ballistic missiles. It doesn't mean that they will retreat. It doesn't mean that they will unconditionally surrender. It doesn't mean that the American military's job is done. They will protect American assets, interests, and people that are in the region. That has been made very clear, and the president made clear the consequences. So they do so at their own peril. They didn't listen to President Trump the first time. Let's see if they learn something before they strike back or attempt to.
Yeah, I just am really struck by the operational security, Sean, of all of this. The fact that Iran really, the intelligence said, wanted to strike Israel first, and then the president came forward and said, let's negotiate, thinking there could be a possibility for a path for negotiation. But he said 60 days. On day 61, Israel attacks first, changes the dynamic, really hits them hard, takes out the surface-to-air missiles, opens the door to the possibility. All the while, the president's saying you could get back to the negotiation table. Then he says, within 2 weeks, I'll make the decision. Well, 2 days is within 2 weeks. It wasn't lying, but it was about operational security. And when the 6 B-2 bombers go west, everybody's looking, they're covering it over there. It's look at the shiny thing. It was already in motion in the east.
Yeah, no doubt about it.
I'm struck by the
You've got
operational
to also
security.
say, the day after the president mentioned within 2 weeks, the next day the Iranian foreign minister came out and said, nope, no interest in negotiating. That could have accelerated the timeline, but that would only be speculation on my part.
Matigas yung ulo ng Iran, binigyan ng pagkakataon na sumurrender. Nagmatigas, hindi na inintay mga kababayan kasi sumagot na. Wala silang plano na sumurrender. Ayun, hindi na inintay yung 2 weeks, 2 days. Which is, within 2 weeks, umatake na po yung Amerika. Ngayon, pag umanti sila, dodurugin na sila siguro. Diretso na silang dudurugin. Binibigyan pa ng pagkakataon to make peace, mga kababayan. Ang liderato ng Iran. Yan ang banta ng Amerika ngayon. O, ganito yung bomba na ginamit, mga kababayan. Tawag dito, bunker buster bomb. Ito yung ginamit. 6 nito yung hinulog. Diyan, hinulog, mga kababayan. Nagkadurog-durog na siya. Yan yung eroplanong ginamit sa pagulog ng bomba. B-2 bombers ang tawag sa kanya. B-2 Spirit Bomber. Yan ang itsura niya. Yan o. Yan yung ginamit po.
Moving B-2 bombers to the Pacific island of Guam as President Donald Trump weighs whether the U.S. should take part in Israel's strikes against Iran. The bomber deployment was relayed to Reuters on Saturday by 2 U.S. officials. It's unclear whether the move is tied to Middle East tensions. The B-2 can be equipped to carry America's 30,000-pound GBU-57 massive ordnance penetrator designed to destroy targets deep underground. Experts say it could be used to strike Iran's nuclear facilities, including the deeply buried site at Fordow, the crown jewel of Iran's nuclear program. The officials declined to disclose any further details.
Yan mismo
The
yung
Pentagon
ginamit
did
po.
not immediately respond to a request for comment. Israel on Saturday said it had killed a veteran Iranian commander during attacks by both sides in the more than week-long air war. Israel says Iran was on the verge of developing nuclear weapons, while Iran says its atomic program is only for peaceful purposes. Tehran said it would not negotiate over its nuclear program while under threat.
So yan yung tinarget po. O, ito yung update, mga kababayan, sa pambobomba ng Amerika sa 3 nuclear facilities ng Iran. Yung Israel, nag-react na rin po. Sabi ni Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu, US strike on Iran will change history. Nagpaabot siya ng congratulations kay President Trump. Sabi niya, congratulations President Trump. Your bold decision to target Iran's nuclear facilities with the awesome and righteous might of the United States will change history. Sabi po ni Netanyahu. Adding that the attacks demonstrated America has been truly unsurpassed. Netanyahu added that Trump had created a pivot of history that will help lead the Middle East and beyond to a future of prosperity and peace. Unsurpassed daw ang military might. Wala pang tatalo. Yan ang binigyan ng emphasis ng Israel. Actually, ganun din yung sinabi ni Donald Trump sa kanyang address to the nation after na isagawa, mga kababayan, yung military strike. Air strike sa 3 nuclear facilities ng Iran. Ngayon, pakinggan natin si Israeli Prime Minister Netanyahu po.
Congratulations, President Trump. Your bold decision to target Iran's nuclear facilities with the awesome and righteous might of the United States will change history. In Operation Rising Lion, Israel has done truly amazing things. But in tonight's action against Iran's nuclear facilities, America has been truly unsurpassed. it has done what no other country on earth could do. History will record that President Trump acted to deny the world's most dangerous regime the world's most dangerous weapons. His leadership today has created a pivot of history that can help lead the Middle East and beyond to a future of prosperity and peace. President Trump and I often say peace through strength. First comes strength, then comes peace. And tonight, President Trump and the United States acted with a lot of strength. President Trump, I thank you. The people of Israel thank you. The forces of civilization thank you. God bless America. God bless Israel. And may God bless our unshakable alliance, our unbreakable faith.
Matigas talaga yung ulo po ng Supreme Leader ng Iran. Ayaw pang sumurrender after na bombahin ng Amerika yung tatlong mga nuclear facilities ng Iran. Ayan po si Ali Khamenei. The Iranian nation firm against the imposed war. Sabi po niya, as it has stood so far and stands firm against the imposed peace, the Iranian nation will not surrender to anyone in the face of imposition. And of course, the Americans, those who are familiar with the politics of this region, know that America's intervention in this matter is 100% to their detriment. What they will suffer in this regard is much greater than what Iran may suffer. The damage America will suffer if it makes a military intervention in this field will undoubtedly be irreparable. Yan mga kababayan yung report as broadcast by NBC. Yung bansang Oman, mga kababayan, kinundi na yung US strike on Iran at nanawagan po sila for de-escalation. So after na bombahin ng Amerika yung Iran, kagabi, rumisback na rin po yung Iran sa Israel. Pero wala pang risback sa Amerika. Banta pa lang po. Nagbanta si Ali Khamenei. Pero immediately, rumisback siya sa Israel. Sabi dito sa report 2 hours ago, look, Israel faced a missile attack on Sunday as Iran said it reserved all options to defend itself after unprecedented US strikes that President Donald Trump said had obliterated its key nuclear facilities. So ito yung mga damages, mga kababayan. Hours after Trump dramatically escalated, yan yung mga Hudyo, mga kababayan. Sa Haifa pala to, Haifa, Israel. Ito report ng Jerusalem Post, sabi dyan, the war has begun. IRGC says every American and Mid-East now a legitimate target after US strikes. A Yemeni Houthi official said on Sunday that Iran-aligned groups' response to the US attack on Iran was only a matter of time. Yung Houthi rebel sa Yemen, sponsored kasi siya, funded by Iran. So sabi, re-risback na rin laban sa lahat ng US interest, aatake daw sila. And it's just a matter of time. So sabi dito sa balita, initially, the Iranian Revolutionary Guard Corps initially denied the strikes occurred, stating that no evidence has been released so far to confirm Trump's claim, adding it is possible that his statement is merely a media show. Pero later on, yung Iranian national television confirmed that 3 nuclear facilities have been evacuated. And an Iranian official cited by Tashim News Agency confirmed that part of the Fordo nuclear site was attacked by enemy airstrike. Iran had been expecting attacks on Fordo for several nights. Fordo was evacuated long ago and did not sustain irreversible damage, an advisor said to the Speaker of the Iranian Parliament. Madaling sabi, yung Iranian television po, dinadownplay nila yung damage na tinamasa ng nuclear facilities. Pero sabi ni Trump, all gone niya, obliterated because of the powerful bombs. 6 na bomba po yung pinakawalan ng Amerika, ng B-2 bombers, mga bunker buster bombs. Napakalalaki na mga bomba, mga kababayan, yung pinakawalan ng Amerika. Ito yung sabi ni Trump, Iranian nuclear sites obliterated niya sa Fordo, Natanz, and Isfahan completely and totally obliterated, sabi po ni Trump. Ito yung B-2 bomber na ginamit. Marami siya na ginamit sa strike. O, ganyan yung itsura ng bomba na binitawan ng B-2 bomber. O, ganyan yung itsura na aeroplano.
Oh, wait a minute. The B-2 is a stealth
ganyan.
bomber. It goes in where you have very heavy air defenses, where enemy radars would be able to see it. And so, why is it being used in Iran when we know that the Israelis have taken down all of the air
Ganyan
defense
siya,
systems?
mga kababayan.
That's because this MOP, this hardened penetrator that can go up to 200 feet below the ground, can only be carried by the B-2. So the B-50.
Pag tama niya sa ground, mga kababayan, binubutas niya kasi umiikot, binubutas niya pailalim hanggang 200 feet below the ground. Kaya niyang mag-penetrate po. Ngayon, yung Qatar nag-react na rin po. Qatar warns of catastrophic consequences after US strikes on Iran. Sabi ng Foreign Minister ng Iran, US attacks will have everlasting consequences. Sabi rito, Trump wins immediate praise from Republicans in Congress after announcing strikes on Iran. Pero yung mga Democrats po gustong ipa-impeach si because of his decisions. Si Trump gustong ipa-impeach ng mga Democrats. Parang dito sa Pilipinas po, ang na-impeach si Sara, pero yung mga supporters ni Sara gustong ipa-impeach yung ating Pangulo, yung gumagawa ng tama. Ganon din sa Amerika, mga kababayan. Tama itong desisyon ni President Trump kasi sumobra na ang terrorist activities, terrorizing the whole world ng Iran. Pero yung Democrats, hindi nagustuhan yung aksyon ni Trump. Gustong ipa-impeach. Sabi rito, many Democrats have maintained that Congress should have a say. The Senate was scheduled to vote as soon as this week on a resolution by Virginia Senator Tim Kaine requiring congressional approval before the U.S. declared war on Iran or took a specific military action. Yan po. Furious Dems call for Trump to be impeached over Iran strikes. Ngayon, pag hindi tumigil pa, mga kababayan, after the bombing, itong tatlong nuclear facilities ng Iran, yung banta ni Trump, mas matindi pa dyan anya yung aabotin ninyo. Mga kababayan, yung mga latest sa pag-atake ng Amerika sa Iran at yung pagganti ng Iran sa Israel naman po. At sa mga susunod na oras, inaasahan, sabi ng Iran mismo, it's just a matter of time, yung kanilang pagganti din sa Amerika. So, abangan po natin. And let's pray na sana man po matapos na po ito. Kaya lang, nagmamatigas pa si Ali Khamenei. Baka diretsohan na po, mga kababayan, ng Amerika at ni Netanyahu to eliminate Ali Khamenei. Ito naman po, Firmax Firming and Lifting Cream, pinapahid po sa mga pulses in affected area. Mainam po sa paninigas ng mga kaso-kasuan. Ito naman po, Automax Radiant Serum. Sa mukha naman yung application, anti-aging po siya. You will look 10 years younger than your age. Sa mga cancer patients naman po, baka lang gusto ninyo itong itry. Neng siya red mixed fruit drink. Hindi mo po siya gamot, food supplement siya. Kaya lang, gawa siya mga kababayan sa goji berry. Yung goji berry may anti-cancer properties. O ngayon, yung mga inquiries ninyo, dumiritso na lang kayo sa aming messenger sa Facebook para masagot namin agad. Ayos pa? Ayos na ayos niya, Mr. Maravilla. But anyway, ito po pala yung aming bagong product na binibenta online. I am worldwide amazing pure organic barley powdered drink mix from Australia. Negosyo to ng aking anak na architect entrepreneur Riz Maravillas. Ayan po. Kontakin na lang po ninyo siya, Riz Maravillas on Facebook. Ang mga health benefits niya, boost immunity, improves digestion, enhance energy levels, packed with antioxidants, prevent cancer. Sa mga nagana po ng malinis and spacious fitness gym, pumunta lang po kayo sa aming Colossal Fitness Gym. May Grab car rental din po kami. Ito naman po yung bago naming product na binibenta online. Eye Glow Serum, whitening po siya. Tingnan ninyo yung epekto sa aking anak na architect before and now. Yung mga inquiries po ninyo, dumiretso na lang kayo sa kanyang Facebook account, Riz Maravillas.